kilometers away from the capital. It also has a population of over 140,000. It is a home for Ngezi Platinum, which is also a mining area, and Ngezi Platinum will be hosting a Herentals in the Castle Premier Soccer League match day 33 today. And the name is Anashem Rombezi, and I'll be joined by Chief Justice Majavi and Becky Nyoni. They will be working with me throughout as we'll be doing a warm-up to this match. And what we are yet to look out for, it is a battle for top four between the two, as Ngezi are currently fourth and Herentals are fifth, tied on 48 points. And they might be lucky to maybe leapfrog Manika Diamonds to maybe enter in the top four and fight for a better position before it's a battle for the top four. And we remember that Ngezi Platinum, they earned promotion in 2016, and a year later it was Herentals. And we just want to look at their performance throughout the seasons, how they have maintained their position in the Premiership, and also that Ngezi Platinum, they clinched the first ever Chibuku Super Cup in the same year they were promoted. So maybe starting with you, Chief Justice, let's talk about their performance, their form in the Premiership from 2016 up to date.
Thank you, Anashe. And looking at these two teams, they since they came into the Premiership, I think they've done so well. So as Ngezi, they did very well in terms of their ability as a team. They went even to play in the Champions League this year. They did very well, winning the league last season. And Herentals has also been doing well. They came up with some good shows. I think this year they a very good season. And both teams they met before, probably 8 times, and they won each side 3, and they drew 2 matches. And I think it shows, they've been competitive enough. They tried by all means. It's not a joke. It's about 8 years since they were promoted, and 8 seasons in the league. It's quite an achievement, because most teams, when they are promoted, they suffer in this league. And these teams have maintained. And if you see now, they are all vying for top 4, which is a very good achievement for both teams, I would say. And they've been doing well. It's difficult under the situations, and looking at them now, they are number 4 and the Herentals number 5. Whoever slips up, whoever wins this game is going to be number 3. It's quite a huge match that we are anticipating.
And we have seen Herentals, Becky, mostly they usually finished in the top 8. Can it be an achievement this time battling for top 4?
Yes, battling for top 4 for Herentals. I think they will look at it and say this is really an achievement, and taking into account that this year the new coach, after their regular coach had moved to Ngezi Platinum, everyone thought things were going to fall apart, but there was continued since the assistant was promoted in the years. Benza has done very well to take the team to number 5 at the moment. That's a sign that they are now more of a competitive side, where you know that when you go to play Herentals, you need to be ready. You don't just say, I'm going there and collecting points. So they've done very well. And also, when we look at where they've come from, I think last year but one, they managed to get in the final of the Shibuku Trophy, and now we are seeing them. They are in the top 5. That on its own shows the project has been going on. But I think for Herentals, to me, Herentals is now more of an institute, because you find most of their players, they come from their development side. They've got a development side, Division 2, Division 1 development side. They also have got a women team and their senior team, and all of which the women team they were the champions last year. That on its own shows this institute called Herentals is well run and well managed, to the extent that they are now a big brand in Zimbabwean football in terms of what they have achieved so far.
And I understand you have a strength in terms of talking about the development side, talking about the academy. Maybe you can just go through the importance of actually maybe bringing in the youngsters and their impact into the Premiership, and also the development of the club.
Yes, I think for the development of the club, it's very, very important because definitely as they start on the development side, that's where they learn the culture of the club, what is expected of their clubs, and also that's where they learn their basics without any pressure of saying, let's get the results. And I think today, what is really exciting about it, we also have got Ngezi, we have got a development side, who have seen most of their players coming from the development side to the first team, and the Herentals have got the same scenario. So in terms of energy and everything, both teams have that.
But Justice, maybe you can talk about Ngezi Platinum, as they were dethroned by Simba Bora. They are now the champions of the Castle Premier Soccer League. Can it be a setback for the Madam Boros?
It happens in football. It's not always good for on your side, and it's part of life. And considering Simba Bora also, they were preparing to win as well, and they a good season. Everyone saw that. And Ngezi, I think they were not far away. Some of these things, it happens in football. They also played in the Champions League, probably having so many games, and here in fourth, the coach was always away, sometimes with the national team, and coming back. The rhythm of the team can have been lost a little bit. So they could not gel. Unlike last season, they kept compact with the same team. So this time around, it was a different story. But I think despite not retaining the championship, I think they still got a chance. They're going to play in the Chibok final, cup final against Dynamos in Harare. So I think they still can win something out of it. It's not a bad season, I would say.
Right, in terms of the Chibuku, you have actually gave us something to talk about in terms of their performance in the Chibuku Super Cup. We understand that they actually won their maiden cup in 2016, and also they have Chibuku thrown at the defending champions Dynamos.
Yeah, anything is possible, but I think at this moment in time, there will be more positive going to this cup final in the case that they know that they've lost the Champions League, the Champions Cup, which they had won last year, so they couldn't defend it. So their only way to salvage and try to make sure they will go to Africa again will be through the Chibuku Trophy, and I want to believe that they're going to be putting everything and try to make sure that they fight and try to get it. And also, let's not forget, last year, they lost in the final to Dynamos, so it's revenge mission for them now. They had to go out in the revenge as well, and I want to believe that that's what is really going to push them to try to make sure that they work and go and win it.
And now we can see behind us the two teams which will be playing today here at the Baobab Stadium. I guess the Platinum Stars and the Herentals, they actually are warming up to the match, and they have met in their past 8 outings. They have got 3 wins each, and the other 2 ended in draws. Let's talk about their performance, like their head-to-head performance. Can it actually impact their structure and mindset going into this match?
Yeah, and it means a lot. Is the two teams have been competitive enough against each other, and whoever, and we also we noticed the assistant coach for Ngezi came from Herentals. It's another thing that also includes the zeal to play this match, and both teams are saying they cannot win, they cannot lose to each other. So it means we are having 2 competitive sides, and playing 8 times, each winning 3 times and drawing twice. For the teams, it's something, and I don't see Herentals losing to Ngezi. So as Ngezi losing to Herentals, it's a big game for these 2 clubs, and also they're more like the same texture. They groom their own players at times. They also have juniors. Herentals have also juniors from their development side, like Coach Becky said before. So as Ngezi, they also been trying to groom from their team, from their development side. So both teams, they're quite balanced, and they've got good coaches. Tekshua Chiragui is also part of the national team. He's a good coach. So as Benza there, he has done so well with this team, and now they're all playing for top 4, which is a great achievement.
Can Herentals reverse their fortunes since losing 2-1 to Ngezi Platinum?
Definitely, Herentals as they come, they know that it's not going to be easy, taking into account that at home they were beaten by Ngezi. Now they are here, they need to make sure that they revenge, and also they want to make sure that if they collect the 3 points, they are going to leapfrog Ngezi Platinum. So it's very, very important on their part. And I think also there was one issue whereby people always say, because Benz, I think on the age side, he's already on the wrong side of football. And to the extent that some people tend to joke saying, Herentals play with 10 players. That's a joke which they have. But I think one thing I've liked about Herentals, the players understand their main player. So as a result, they work for each other. And with that, the results themselves, they don't tell that there's one player who is on the wrong side of the edge. And they've done very well.
Can we say it's passion carrying him into the match? Maybe your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, he's one guy who has done so well, assembling these teams, also with the girls team. For me, I think he is really a passionate guy. And considering like what we were just talking about his age, he's still going strong. And he has done some couple of games very well. If you watch him play, sometimes he has got some key passes in the whole match. So it means he still can do it. I wouldn't want to say much about the negativities of the matches, but I think the matches I've watched, he had put in some key passes, which are very important for the team. And the Herentals as a team, they play as a team, and they understand him. And also him, he's doing his best. He plays his part, and he goes out. And I think the passion in him is very strong and very, very important for the young boys.
And also, Herentals are just coming from a 1-0 victory over Chegutu Pirates, who are currently struggling and fighting for survival in the top flight. How does it boost their confidence going into this match?
Definitely, this win happened here at Ngezi Stadium. So from that point of view, they will always say, we are used to this field, because 2-3 days ago, they were here and they managed to collect 3 points. And from that point of view, that one is will make them try to make sure they work as hard as they can to say, we can be able to collect 3 points on this field, because we're already used to it since we played 3-4 days ago.
And also, Ngezi, they're coming from a setback, like more of a 1-0 draw with the Chicken Inn, which is also more of a boogie side. Can it actually maybe impact in terms of going ahead to this match, maybe being hungry to earn more points?
No, I think this the texture of this game is quite is based on the head-to-head, and also whatever happened. But Ngezi is playing at home. But I see the level of Ngezi confidence in the players is quite low a little bit. Maybe they will raise the match. We watched them a few weeks ago here when they played Wange. They had a good game when they won 6 goals to 0. And they went on to last week they lost last week they drew against Chicken Inn. So that game, for them, if you are to measure, I think they had a chance to beat Chicken Inn, but they did not win. This part, it's been happening to them. Sometimes when they need maximum points, they end up drawing or losing. So Herentals, they're geared up. It's a team that is very boogie. All the big teams have suffered against Herentals, so it's gonna be not an easy game for Ngezi. Going into this match, Herentals, they've upsetted all the big clubs in the league. So now they want to continue with the record. They won against Chegutu Pirates here, and I think they also feel it's their home.
And Ngezi Platinum, they seem to have a strong midfield side. How does it actually going to, like most of their strength, how is it going to exploit Herentals' weaknesses?
Yeah, as long as they control the midfield, Farai, Madananga, if he plays, he's more of a key player there. Going on to the left with Kadamin, they have got a great goal scorer, Benura Takunda, and also Obre Chirinda. So I think if they are to dominate in midfield, where I've seen Herentals, sometimes they clog in midfield, they sometimes use Maslela and as well as Mukumba. So I think this is going to be one in midfield, especially midfield. We cannot talk much about maybe Tino Benza can bring some surprises, because sometimes he scores some goals, when no one is expecting a goal, So I think this is more of a balanced game, but more tense in midfield.
Becky, your input on this one?
Yes, I think in terms of the midfield for Ngezi, they've done very well. I think what they'll be looking forward to is to say their strikers, they are competing for the top notch, for the top goal scorers, Benura, and so definitely they will be trying to work as much as they can so that they can get those goals, and that will help the team to be winning.
And possibly they can actually ride with their gunmen. You can talk of your Takunda Benura, who is in the top goal scorers sheet with 11 goals. Can he still have the chance probably to maybe leapfrog Yadas Kama Billiard, Cape United's William Manondo, who are tied on 12 goals each? Can he actually get the chance maybe to actually reach to Alina Chukwu of Islanders?
It's possible. I've seen him playing. He scored 4 goals against Wanki. Yeah, so he can do something. It's something he can do. You might never know with the game. As long as he start getting chances and utilize chances, he can as well do the same he did against Wanki. So I think he can score more goals.
And this takes us to our coaches, Tekshua Chiragu, who is the Ngezi Platinum coach, and also Herentals Celestino Benza, who is the Herentals coach, and let's hear what they have to say.
Firstly, I want to thank God for allowing us to have this opportunity and also to play today. We have prepared well, knowing the team that we are playing against. We have played them before, and we know their strengths and everything. It's not just a team. It's a team that has got a lot of hard work as a team. They play as a team, so we know exactly what we are going to face. But what is important is for the players to take responsibility when they are in the field of play. As a technical team, we did our best to make sure we can also try to diffuse the strength of the opposition and maximize on our strength as Ngezi Platinum. But the rest must be on the players, because those are the ones that are going to play in the field of play. So if they take every instructions and everything that we prepared them to perform today, if they take that into consideration, I think we have a good day. But it's not going to be easy. Herentals, it's a very good team, to be honest. They've got very good players, hard-working players throughout the match. Physically, they are very strong. So we just need to be ourselves today, and we just need to be on our best. And also playing at home, we have been not doing well in terms of getting maximum results. So I think it's another opportunity again to make sure we can also do the best, so that we can also try to finish in a respectable position, possibly in the top 4. That's where we are gunning now, to be honest, and we are trying to make sure that we can try as much as we can to collect maximum points.
Tekshua Chiragu, who is the Ngezi Platinum coach, and they were talking about their preparations ahead of this match with the Herentals, and hoping to get maximum points to finish in the top 4. Now let's hear from the Herentals coach, and let's hear what he has to say.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Our preparations for this game, especially coming from 2 games that we played in 5 games, the Saturday game and the Wednesday game. And so at the end we resorted to giving the boys rest, so that at least they would recover from the 2 games that we played that were crucial for us, because we won those 2 games. But going into this game again, we really needed the 3 points. So we were telling the boys that there's no need for us to be complacent. We really need to work very hard and collect maximum points. If we fail, then a point away will be good for us. We have 4 players that are out because of injury. We have Lugru Guchu, who picked a groin when he was playing for the national team. We have Melvin Mekiwa again, who is out because of his wrist. And then we have also Muki, who is also out. But I don't cry over the people that are injured. I wish them a speedy recovery. But the team is ready to go, and I'm happy with the players that I have.
That was Celestino Benza, who is the Herentals coach, and he was just noting out how they are prepared for this match and looking forward to maybe grab a win and maybe finish on a comfortable position in the top flight league. Let's talk about this coach is being hungry for the top 4 in the Premiership, and it seems like it's a very comfortable position to finish with.
Yeah, it's important. That shows you have done something, considering how long the season it is. Finishing in top 4, it gives you a booster, when you are going into the next season. It also gauges your performance as a coach, performances of the players. So I think getting into the top 4 for them it's an achievement, a great achievement, I would say. Every coach wants to have that. If you're not going for the championship, at least to be in top 4.
And Becky, your input in this one looks like the two coaches have got the same aspirations.
Definitely, when you are in a scenario where you know that you are now looking at top 4, definitely when you get the opportunity, you try to work as much as you can and get that win. And also, let's not forget that in the games they have played, they have won same number of games, they have drawn same number of games. So today's game will separate the two, where one will have one more games than the other, or they will end up having to draw this game and add the number of draws. But I'm sure the coaches themselves, they want to make sure that they collect 3 points.
And just to take note, they actually tied on 48 points, and this match will be a decider on who will step into another position in the Premiership. And also looking at this match, what formation can we look forward to that can catch up on each team?
Usually in Ngezi, they spread the 3 at the back and congestion midfield, and because they have 2 up front. Of Bray Chirinda and Benura. Sometimes the wingers they usually use on the left side, where there is Kadamin with good crosses, so they utilize that flank. I see them going for the 3-5-2, whereas Herentals usually play 4-4-1-1. They've got the big man always stays up front, and the Majarira who is a forward, always comes back into the midfield to cover up the distance for Innocent Benza.
And Becky, your input, you're not speaking as a coach now.
Okay, from the coaching point side, I think definitely as for Ngezi, they will make sure that they will be more tight on their defense and try to make sure in midfield they boss their opponents as much as they can, and up front they will have at least the 2 strikers whom they will be trying to feed in so that they can give them the goals which they want. But definitely for a Herentals, they will also make sure that in midfield they need to be as tight as they can and try to be looking at players like Majalila and Chino Benza to be giving them the goals which they are looking for.
And also just to look at probably the bottom of the log, looks like it's still tight. Just maybe a quick one before we get into the match.
Yeah, it's tight, most teams are going to suffer in this coming week. They need to win, and it's so close. They are not sure. Even big time areas, they can ghost in, they might go out. We're not sure for that. It's quite difficult and tight in the relegation zone.
And now this takes us to today's fixture. I guess the Platinum Stars are hosting Herentals. I take you to Stanley Katsande as you'll be going through this match.
Welcome to Baobab Stadium, the home of Ngezi Madamburo. Last year's league champions, but of course they've since been dethroned because Simba Bora have won it for 2024. Herentals are the visitors this afternoon. The students from Harare would like to inflict some damage against Ngezi Platinum, but look, this team here is bitterly determined to make sure that that sort of thing will not happen without a big fight. Here we have now the 2 respective captains who are conducting the toss, and confirmation of our match referees Kuda Kwashe Chirairo Tanaskwa Masawi and Tatenda Bekerwa. As you see there, Quadramin, a veteran who has been around for quite some time, is still the man in charge in terms of being the captain, Soccer Star of the Year as well. He's such a versatile player. And going through my team list today, he's listed as a left winger, not a left back. He's going to be doing a lot of attacking, as Ngezi Platinum would like to inflict damage on Herentals. Welcome to you all if you're joining us for the first time. We're here at Baobab Stadium. This is Ngezi, Mondoro Ngezi, and we're having a wonderful afternoon here. A cool breeze is blowing across the field, making it quite comfortable for the players. Earlier on, we felt a bit sorry for the players because it was so hot. You know, I couldn't imagine running on this turf here. This is the Ngezi lineup with Nelson Chajga as the goalkeeper, Kadramin the captain. On the left-hand side, Farai Madananga, Chirinda Odrio, Kudzai Chiguida, Hatua Gonik Malvin, Chamboko Talent, and that's a very strong side indeed to do battle with Takutwa Chikosi of Herentals, who is going to be very busy here because Ngezi Platinum have lined up a very strong side. Jim Tafatwa alongside Lakama Taganaka, and of course don't forget Innocent Benza, the 52-year-old player for Herentals in the side here. If he decides to dazzle us with some of his theatrics, we could be in for a big game here. I remember last time out when he played Cape United at Trufaro, he turned a few players inside out before making a cheeky backheel pass as the match continues. This is now Ngezi Platinum posing for the pictures. And away on your left is Herentals. The visitors, they'll soon be going through their pre-match rituals before settling down for the kickoff proper. Ngezi in all blue, as we see there. This is now Herentals going through their pre-match rituals. And the referee awaits the completion of those rituals before we get underway here. Yes, and they break now. Ready to settle down for a big battle. Majarira leading the side as the captain. And Innocent are wearing just number 9. He's one of the players. As we give you a superb aerial view of proceedings here at Baobab Stadium. Mucharambe blows his whistle to get that started. Finally, here we go. Herentals defending the goal away to our left and attacking the right-hand side. It's like they're attacking the Mbare end at Rufaro Stadium and defending the city end at that same stadium. If you are at Papa Fields, it's like they're attacking the swimming pool end and defending the Mpilo end. As the ball is played long, again it's out of play. Just 2 touches and the ball is out of play, which just goes to show how nervous players are. It's normal when the game is starting. Nobody's settled down. You'd like to have 1 or 2 good touches before you can start to move around. Here's Quadramin now as the ball is played through quite quickly. Oh, you tried to get it back into line, but thwarted there by Blessing Piri. And in the end, Herentals, Ngezi Platinum player fell and ended up handing the ball. So the ref has blown to give a free kick to Herentals. And beside me here in the commentary box is Becky Pilonyoni. Becky, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Stanley.
And so far, taking a look at these two sides, who do you think will end up as the victor?
At the moment, I think when we look at the first 3 minutes so far, Ngezi seems to be probing as much as they can, which is a sign that they really need to get that important goal so that at least they can make sure that they take control of the game.
Yes, indeed. Let's see as the first corner kick of the game is being taken by Ngezi Platinum. Tafazwa Chikosi, Takuzwa rather Chikosi. We'll have to guard this one very carefully because Ngezi Platinum is showing a lot of interest. For a moment, they wanted to play a short pass, but Tino Benza kept a tight rein on the movements of his opposite player. Corner kick is taken, and the goalkeeper collects. No problems there for the young man who plays a very good-looking ball, but then he's taken away by Ngezi Platinum. Madamburo flicking it forward. This one overcooked and it goes away, but I think the ref will say there was an infringement, and that will be a free kick on the far side. Still only 2 minutes of play gone. You haven't lost much if you're joining us for the first time. We're here at Baobab Stadium, where Ngezi Platinum is hosting Herentals. Now Ngezi Platinum preparing for the free kick through their captain Quadra Amin, who has gone all the way to the other side to bring in a left foot killer. This looks beautiful, but headed away, and the ref must have spotted some infringement. The Herentals player is down injured. Hopefully it's nothing serious. It's a head injury, and the ref was quite right, Becky, to stop play immediately, because that's the norm all over the world, that a head injury, justifies stoppage of play.
Yes, definitely, and also the reaction of the players around showed that they could see that there's something really wrong, and action has to be taken, and the ref was quick to call the medics to come and make sure that the player is attended to.
Indeed, that looks like Brighton Majarira, one of the Majarira brothers, who had gone in to defend, and he ended up getting injured on the head. And Celestino Benza, the coach, looking a bit nervous now. He doesn't want to make an injury-inspired substitution. He should be happy now that Majarira is up and about and can continue with this match. We'll have a good look, and he looks rule that we have, whereby an injured player is forced to miss at least 30 seconds before rejoining the match, and the offending player is allowed to stay on the pitch.
Yes,
I don't know how they came about with that rule, but
yes,
that's the rule at the moment. The referee is quite right. But again, as we were talking to you about this rule, Blessing Piri was being harassed unfairly, and he went down, like somebody who's been hit. Sniper's bullet, but there we are. A yellow card on jersey number 33 for Ngezi Platinum. Farai Madanaga, the defensive midfielder, started off his career with Harare City, and now he's being carried away there by his teammates. And I think at this time he must know that you cannot argue. You cannot argue with the ref and expect to win, the argument, because the ref will always win against you.
Yes, definitely the ref is in control of the game, and especially during these early minutes, he wants to stamp his authority and make sure that he is in total control of the game. And I think that's a good decision which has been made by the ref. And also in reference to what we are talking about, where you say when a player is injured, he has to go out. I think it's a scenario whereby they want to make sure that the player is well attended, because if they say let's have him just stand up and start, might be a scenario where we end up having a player go in while he has got some blood or other things.
You see, but what my argument is, the player who caused the injury is on the field of play. That team is playing with the one-man advantage. They could go on and score.
Yeah, you are very right.
It's a bit tricky,
Yes.
I also think that maybe they thought some players feign injury. And if that's the case, then they know that they will be putting their team, at a big disadvantage. The free kick is about to come, and it looks like Innocent Benza, the honorable, to take it. Lifts it inside the area, and the goalkeeper takes it away. And this one's thrown to the halfway line. It comes back. The sliding tackle wins it. Well, it looks like there's bad blood between these two teams. One player is already down injured. And I did see Madake Gareth taking a swing at the Herentals player, who in this case is Tanaka Zakama. I don't know where the hostility comes from, but surely it doesn't look friendly at all. And I just hope that the coaches and the referee will be able to contain this game here as the throw is taken. Good flick. Picked up by Zakama. Guided backwards. Ball played to the near side. Overlapping left back. This is Quadramin. He wins the corner. That was a dangerous one. And the defender did very well. That is Brighton Majarira to stop him from getting the cross in. Now the corner will come. It's their second one. Long one inside the area. Headed up field. And finally taken up, but Benza couldn't control. And it was taken away. Here it comes now on the near side. Good looking cross. And straight to the goalkeeper, who takes it away under no challenge at all. Then a long throw from Chikosi Takuzwa. Gives it away to Benza. That's Tinotenda, the son. And he goes on now. Danger for Herentals. And in the end, it's a free kick. I thought for a moment that he would play advantage, but he decided against it, the referee.
Yeah, I'm sure he thought they'd lost the ball. That's why the ref had to blow so that they can get the free kick.
Free kick in a very good looking position. When you take into account the fact that Quadramin is taking it, it poses danger to the opponent, Herentals. Can they stop this one? Herentals have got a one-man wall. Ball cleared away, straight out of play for a throw-in, quickly taken. It comes back to Quadramin with a good-looking center. The header goes through, and it's there! Ngezi Platinum have broken the deadlock here. Obriel Chirinda gets the opening goal after 9 minutes. Becky, your thoughts?
Yes, Ngezi have been really probing, and Obriel Chirinda, we know that he really is a good finisher, and that's exactly what he did, and what a finish it was.
It was a good, simple finish. This is the Ngezi bench, and Chirinda celebrates. And it comes across to meet the bench. This is the cross. Well taken, headed on. And Chirinda was in. Just guided the ball past the goalkeeper, Takuzwa Chikosi, to make it 1-0. There he is. That's a bit of an unorthodox celebration. The restart now with the Herentals. Looking for Gareth on the near side. He couldn't find him. Here's Quadramin, listed as a left winger. He's doing just that. Blocks. The throw-in will be taken. This one comes through. Good play by Herentals. Forward, and Chirinda leaves it. And the goalkeeper will take it away, Chikosi. Now to the far side. Good defensive work coming through from Kudzai Chiguida. Celestino Benza. He's got some work to do. Just before kickoff, I was talking to some Ngezi Platinum supporters. You know, they were all praying for Ngezi Platinum to score first, not because it's their team, but they say that, look, if Herentals score first, then you'll be in for a long afternoon because they'll virtually stop playing and start, doing some delaying tactics. I don't know how far true that is, but they all concurred that, please God, let this other team score. And Benza with a miscontrolled pass comes to Piri. Good chest down as the ball goes on the far side. Piri again. Long ball floated in and taken easily there by Nelson Chajga. Chajga, who started off as a very young man here at Ngezi Platinum, now into his 20s, slowly becoming a very, very important player. And knocking hard for national team selection. Here the ball is played through Madake Gareth to Quadramin. Lovely stuff here. Back to Madake, turns in field, finds Quadramin again, and he plays the ball through. This one a bit overcooked, and it goes behind for a goal kick to Herentals. But talking of players who can cross the ball, this man in the picture, Quadramin, is probably the best left back who can play the ball into the box with a lot of purpose.
Yes, with a lot of purpose, and every time when we have him, you know that from the left side, Ngezi will be giving you a lot of problems because Kadamin is so dangerous, especially when it comes to crosses which he brings. And whenever I say him crossing, I just think of what I saw yesterday when Scotland played against Black Mambas, where Fumbizai was causing a lot of havoc from the left side.
Yeah, talking of Ronald Fumbizai, who would forget his celebrations? I don't know how he came about with it, but he calls the other players to sit down and starts lecturing like the lecture in a lecture room. Very interesting indeed. Chajga with the clearance, met in the center on the far side, tussle for possession, and gets the player goes down injured. And again, I hope it's nothing serious there, because Hatuagoni Malvin is there for a purpose, and of course Chiragwit Tekshua would like to make a tactical substitution instead of an injury-inspired one. Here they cross, they clear the ball with Kuzai Chiguida. Nicely controlled on the far side. Tinotenda Meke out of play, throw into Herentals. They will be taking this one from the far side. Perry was calling for it, but it's taken away. Played into touch once again on the far side. Ngezi Platinum, family in possession. Good block. Shielding the ball very intelligently. It comes back to Madake. Yes, Chiguida into the center. The tackle comes in, and the referee quite rightly awards a free kick to be taken by Herentals. Well, it's actually Herentals who have gone. That's confirmation of the. This is the ball played through, and the sliding tackle. Then Ngezi Platinum will have to defend this one. Majarira clears the danger. Confirmation of the scoreline. We've played only a few minutes into this game. 1-0 to Ngezi Platinum. A good-looking chance here. And this is a feeble effort straight at Nelson Chaja. This is one goalkeeper you will have to beat if you expect to get a goal. Piri with a tackle. And his opponent shows that he was injured. Ball played through. Good tussle for possession, and the referee denies Chirinda possession. This will be a free kick. Zakama not feeling very comfortable. And now Shoaib Nura expressing some interest in what is going on. Now Herentals can take their free kick. With Kadramin moving away to make sure that the kick is taken fairly. This is the man who virtually created the goal by bringing in a beautiful cross into the box. This one is also played through a back header straight to the goalkeeper. Thrown quickly. Now played on the far side. He checks in field. Chigueda will collect. Plays it in field, finds support. This time from Achiro. This is Quadramin. Stops it well, good cross. But again, cleared under pressure. Majarira, Blessing, having to go all the way back to collect possession. Ball kept in play by Meke. Gareth Madake rather. That pass is for anybody and finally picked up by Herentals. Now they're fighting for possession. Jim Tafadzwa goes down under challenge. It's a free kick. And these supporters not very happy with the way things are going. No prizes for guessing who they are supporting. But of course, the Herentals player is lying down injured. Jim Tafadzwa down injured. And he got a kick in a very sensitive area, but I'm glad to say that he's up and about and can continue with the game. Herentals have taken the kick quickly. Oh, there's some tough tackling in this particular encounter. Play on, is it? No, he pulls the play back because Atiwagoni Marvin.
As a result of these tackles, I think we are not having that flowing game which we want to see. There's not much of game flow which is happening every time when the game starts to be flowing a bit. It's disturbed, it's stopped, and as a result it becomes really boring, especially to the fans who are here to be watching the game and enjoy it.
And of course, Tekshua Chiragui not happy with what he's seeing, despite the fact that his team is leading. He's been really shouting at his players to try and do something constructive. The referee is there to watch, as we see there Celestino Benza and his assistant Tsungai Mzamiri, a former goalkeeper, Caps United. Some instructions are being given there to Zakama. And finally, I think the referee has sorted out the mess and we can be underway very soon. Innocent Benz are still looking around the area, trying to delay the kick from being taken too early. Referee Edward Mcharambe allows play to start. The clearance. And again another foul on Ngezi Platinum player. Meketino Tenda is down injured, but he's up and about. Yeah, the game is a bit broken up, and we haven't seen continuous action because of these fouls that are being committed on their opponents. It's being played. It's an ill-tempered encounter, if I may say. They certainly are not giving us what we deserve here. These two teams. The free kick to be taken once again. Good-looking one, and the goalkeeper had to use his hands to clear. Is there once more. Chirinda fighting for possession. In the end, is taken up once again. Another cross on the far side, and the goalkeeper will collect. The long throw. Jim Tafadzwa. But it comes back to Meke. Played on the near side to Madake. Into the center, Meke. That's Madaraga. It's headed backwards. And the Herentals can clear. But again, they're under pressure. Picked up now, a chance for a shot. This one goes wide. News reaching us from elsewhere. Simba Bora 0. FC Platinum 1. Chicken in 1. Pikita Minerals 0. Those are the scores from other centers. Here it's Ngezi Platinum 1. Herentals 0. In the meantime, we have another stoppage so that another player can be attended to. That's Chirinda, the goal scorer, is down injured. This is the shot that was taken earlier on and just went wide. And I think Herentals must make sure that their defense is tight. Otherwise, these fans will be very disappointed by the end of the day if they don't chalk up 3 points. Yes, Chirinda demonstrating with the ref for not giving him enough protection, but Tekshua Chiragwi seizes the occasion to tell the youngster to calm down, concentrate on the game. That's good management from Tekshua Chiragwi.
Yes, good management from the coach. I'm sure he understands his player, and he tried to make sure that he cools down rather than trying to say you can go in as early as possible, but he was trying to say take your time, because he knows if he will demonstrate with the ref, he ends up getting a red card, and when they are one-man shot, it becomes a bit difficult.
Yes, indeed, and good clearance. Tussle for possession. Finally cleared away into the center. Innocent, that's Tinotenda Benza rather, picks up possession. Blessing Piri. The return pass looks good on the far side. Clips it into the center. Who is there for Herentals? It's picked up on the near side. Zakama. But finally cleared away by Kadra Amin. It's a chance. And finally picked up. Ngezi Platinum rather. Clipping a long ball forward. This one will find the goalkeeper all by himself. Dummies one way, then the other before picking it up for a clearance into enemy zone. Madanaga does well to play it square. Another good-looking center. Chirinda will pick it up, but the intended pass failed. He's got now time to win the ball. Benza, good control to his son. And he's going backwards. Tino Benza was going in the wrong direction this time around. And Blessing Majarira played offside. I think this is the only pairing in the world where we see the son and his father playing for the same team and exchanging passes.
Yes, father and son playing in the same team it's not really easy to say that, but that's exactly what is happening, because we've already indicated that Benza, the father, is on the wrong side of the edge of football, but he's enjoying himself and playing very well.
Oh yes, indeed, he's enjoying himself. Ball played into touch. It's a throw in to Ngezi Platinum. Madake looking for his captain. Tinotenda Benza wins it, plays well, looking for Majarira. Blessing, one touch and a chance now for Herentals. I thought he was going to shoot, he goes down when the referee says play on, and Richard Achiro finds support on the far side, goes away. This is Meke to contend with Chota Peter. Will he get the cross? Takes one more touch. The clearance. And it goes out of play. Corner kick. Ngezi Platinum. Tekshua Chiragui again demanding that we should play better at the back because they nearly conceded a goal there.
Definitely Tekshua is not happy with his defense because I think there's been some clumsy marking which has been going on, and as a coach I think he has realized that, and it's just showing that he's not happy so that at least everyone is more alert than the way they are approaching.
Yes, indeed. Here comes the corner. It's taken deep. And this one is too deep. Goes out of play for a goal kick. Goal kick there to be taken by the goalkeeper, Chakuta Chkosi. Herentals now working their way out of trouble. Majarira gives away possession. Piri blocks it to Tino Benza. Flicks it over. It's picked up on the near side. And out of play for a throw-in. And another throw-in of Brighton Majarira. The throw is taken quickly. Badanaga lays it forward. Good vision there to play to the near side. Meke, the cross inside the area. And this one will roll out of play for a corner kick. The weight of pressure here is being reflected by the number of corner kicks that Ngezi Platinum are taking. Surely enjoying themselves at home, and those fans in full voice. A chance here! This one goes away. Hachiro very nearly tested the goalkeeper, but unfortunately it went wide. Richard Hachiro, formerly of Herentals themselves, and a national team player as well.
Yes, Richard Hachiro, I think that shot, if it had gone straight to the goal, it could have given a lot of problems for the goalkeeper. That was really well taken.
And that's the effort going wide. Tino Benza to Piri. On the near side here, Innocent. Good control from him. This one rolls out of play. This will be a throw in to be taken from the near side by Jim Tafatswa, but he leaves it. Leaves it from Puma Tinashe of Herentals. It's a long throw inside the area. A fight for possession. Tino Benza collects. Plays it wide on the far side for Chota Peter. The cross comes in, and the young Chachga Nelson takes it away. Look where Quadramin is. The left winger is all over the place, distributing passes. Good intelligent play from him. And a hopeless effort from Tinotenda Meke. Out of play for a goal kick. Surely should have done a lot better finding someone in a better position.
Yes, I think the idea was very good, but unfortunately the technique was very poor, and everyone was surprised on what exactly he was trying to do. But I think technique let him down.
Yeah, he wasn't properly positioned, and in the end it looked like a wild shot. Badanaga loses possession. And pass played to the wrong man. Picked up by Meke once again. Trying to find Chirinda, but very nearly stolen by Herentals, by Ngezi Platinum. Good turn from Emaka. Meke finds Chirinda. Obrio Chirinda flicks it through, and the chance. Herentals are now moving forward with a lot of peppers. Matanaga finding support. The captain is offside. This will be a free kick. But some lovely interplay we're seeing from Ngezi Platinum.
Yes, going forward, Ngezi Platinum they're playing very well. Although I think their defense is what is a bit worrying, which the coach has also highlighted that he's not happy with, and I'm sure they are going to be improving on their defense. But in midfield and going up, they've done very well so far.
Yes, indeed, they've looked very solid. Tino Benza picks up possession, turns away from his marker. Here he is once again, Tino Benza. Flicks it to the far side. The cross comes in. Cleared away. Picked up in the center. And Majarira, the defender, all the way to the opposing goalkeeper, who will clear downfield. Long searching ball. Brought down neatly there. In the center. Enura. Another crossfield pass. Brought down intelligently. Chamboko. Inside the area. Chirinda! And the referee has blown. Justifiably so, because the player lying flat is suffering from a head injury. But Chirinda was about to pull the trigger.
Yes, Chirinda was about to call the trigger, and everyone thought the ref should have given an advantage. But it's a head injury. Everything had to just go dead and stop it once and for all.
Indeed, indeed, the referee absolutely correct in applying the law. Edward Mcharambe, so far doing a fantastic job. And let's see how this came about. A lovely cross into the center. He went for the same ball with the goalkeeper. And in a bid to punch the ball, Takuzwa Chikosi must have given the Herentals player an uppercut to the head. And we hope that it's nothing serious, because we know that Chiragwi would like to make a tactical substitution. As we see Chamboko here playing the ball. Yeah, the goalkeeper played the ball first, so he's not at fault. It's an accident. It happens in football. But Chirinda, number 18, was about to pull the trigger. And, the injured player, we can confirm to you that is Takunda Benura, who looks like he is ready to get up and get on with it. Of course, you need a few seconds of recovery after suffering a head injury. He got a punch in the back. You don't expect that in football. It only happens in boxing, but when you confront a goalkeeper who has to use his hands, you can't help but sometimes fall victim to these punches.
Definitely you fall victim, and as a striker, these are some of the hazards which any striker will meet in one way or another, because they will be just trying to make sure that he gets to the ball first.
Now Chikosi will take it. Good clearance over the halfway line. Headed away. Comes to make it. Chirinda marginally offside. And the referee has... I thought the whistle had first gone for offside, but he gives the ball to Ngezi Platinum. I think this time around I'll disagree with the ref, because the first offense was the offside call. Yes, the Herentals player was then hecked down, but the initial offense was that of Chirinda.
The man who calls the shots is the center ref, and in this case he exercised his powers.
Oh, you got it right there, Jackie. That's a long cross. The goalkeeper Takuzwa Chikosi picks it up comfortably. 35 minutes, 10 to go to the Oranges. Chigueda clears the danger. Comes back. And is taken away by Ngezi Platinum. Looking for support upfield. In the end, it's picked up by the goalkeeper Chikosi. Clips it away. Flicked on. The emphatic clearance. Majarira to Piri. Tightly monitored. Loses possession now. And in the end, he's lucky that there was an infringement on the Herentals player. 1-0, Ngezi Platinum in the lead here at Baobab Stadium. Majarira heads it to the far side, but picked up by Kadramin, who heads it away, doesn't get very far. Chirinda had a touch. Mandanaga does well to play to the near side. Ball kept in play, I thought was much, but the ref disagrees once again. And it will be It will be a throw-in. Throw-in indeed to Ngezi, to Herentals. This is Majarina Brighton. Ball is cleared away. And they make sure. But Chikosi is all by himself. Picked up by Qadr Amin. Lays it square. Piri. Oh, in trying to play the ball back to his teammate, I think he overcooked it. And it's out of play. The ball is taken away by Ngezi Platinum. Good control coming in from Jamboko Talent. He finds Meke. Turns one way, then the other. Oh! Wonderful effort. Brilliant goal by Meke to make it 2-0. But what a thunderous drive.
Yes, I'm sure at one time he tried that, but technically let him down. And for the second time, he did it right, and there was a bullet, and the keeper never saw it. Ngezi leading 2-0.
Yes. Tinotenda Meke makes it 2-0. There he is. Shift onto the right-hand side. Oh, that was a bullet. Into the corner. The goalkeeper had no chance at all. As you can see, the camaraderie among the Ngezi Platinum players. This man in the picture must be happy with what he is seeing. Meke has always been threatening. Yet 2 players against him, but they couldn't stop him. The restart will come, but of course, I think it's now a long way back for Herentals. Will they make it back to find an equalizer and possibly a victory in this one?
I think so far, in terms of possession, in terms of really bossing as much as they can, Ngezi has done everything, and they have been rewarded by the 2 goals. And at this moment in time, Herentals seems to be in disarray, because before we started restarting play, you could see the players talking to each other, trying to blame each other as much as they can. That on its own shows the team is in disarray.
Oh yes, indeed. They have been thrown into disarray. Another foul again on Jim. He's injured. I hope it's nothing serious. He was touching his head. It looked like he's fine now. That is Jim Tafazga. Jim. The innocent Benza lining up behind it. He would like to be involved. His son on his left, that's jersey number 7, Tinotenda Benza. Jersey number 9, that's the father. The father has won the battle. He chips it through. Any runners on the end and creating commotion. And finally, it's played it to touch for a goal, for a corner kick. These fans here wait anxiously because their team is momentarily under pressure, but they are leading by 2-0. Corner poorly taken. It's played all the way back. Confirmation of the scoreline there. Chirinda and Meketnotenda, the goal scorers, as the goalkeeper picks up possession. Plays it downfield. Madanaga, safety first. Throw to Benza. He's lost it. He's headed on once again. That's clearance out of play. Throw into Herentals. This one to be taken by Peter Chota. These fans still continue to sing their voices hoarse. That ball played through. This is a lovely opportunity But some tough marking from Marvin Atilagoni. Plays that ball into touch. Throw in to Herentals. He should be trying to put their chance at again. Majarira all by himself as you drift into the 42nd minute. This is the Ngezi Platinum bench. Some familiar faces there. Clifton Kadurira, who is now the developmental coach, sitting on that bench. And it looks like we will be getting a minimum of 1 minute additional time, according to the referee, as the ball is played through. Taken away again. Here is Majarira Brighton to clear. Plays it long. Innocent Benza does well. First time pass to the far side. Looking for Blessing Majarira. Controls it well. Lays it back. Finding Jim. Piri crosses into the area. Nobody home for Herentals. Picked on the near side here as they run through. Mupuma. Dummies one way. Tries to bring in a cross but taken away from him. Here they come once again. This is Meke. Score of the second goal, looking for the score of the first goal. Chirinda, but tightly monitored. And it comes back now to Jim, shuffling the ball from one foot to the other. Looking for Tino Tenda Benza, but it runs into touch. Another throw. To Herentals. Celestino Benza surely will have a lot to say in the 15 minutes of half time. We are into the 44th minute. Cleared away there by Chamboko. Chirinda is broken loose. Will you chip it over the bar? Chirinda taking too long. But yes, he makes it. Brilliant. Brilliant effort. But what on earth were the defenders doing?
Yes, in football it's time they say you have to be able to use your brains. That's exactly what he did. He looked up and saw that the keeper was way off. What did he do? He just shoot over him and go for Ngezi. And I think for now, Ngezi Platinum, they know that this one is wrapped. 3 points in their bag, and they are putting pressure on Manika Diamond.
Oh yes, putting pressure on Manika Diamonds. We're just above them. Here it is. Obreo Chirinda receives the ball from Meke. He wanted to play it, dumming once, nearly lost it, but he still had the presence of mind to chip it over the advancing goalkeeper into the empty net to make it 3-0. Obreo Chirinda getting the congratulatory message from his coach, Chekshua Chiragui, as we see the referee giving us 2 minutes of stoppage time or additional time. And the Herentals, well, they must have gone into a crisis meeting. And I'm sure the halftime pep talk for Herentals will be like a crisis meeting, won't it?
Definitely, it's going to be a crisis meeting because things have not really gone very well for them. They seem not to be in control of the game. They need to make sure that they up the game as much as they can, because in midfield they've been pathetic, in defense they've been pathetic. So all that the coach has to say, please, let's up the game and try to make sure we improve, or else we might end up having more goals being scored against us.
Yes, the clearance, but not a very good one. Ball played into touch. Stavira. And now Meke has broken loose once again inside the area. Referee says play on. And Jim turns away from his marker. And plays it downfield. Madanaga. Lays it square. Chirinda. Again the rebound. Chirinda was in an offside position and decided against chasing that loose ball. So that will be the kick, and I think the ref will call for a retake of the goal kick because the ball was still in motion when that kick was taken. Chikosi Tekuzwa, beaten 3 times, twice by Chirinda and once by Meke. What a thunderous effort. Even Chirinda's second goal is worth talking about. He chipped him over into the empty net from a long way out. And Herentals sitting, it's Ngezi Platinum rather, sitting comfortably at halftime. There is Chirinda, the man who opened the scoreline. He scored twice. And under the halftime talk, of course, for Herentals will be a crisis meeting. As you see, the players are now milling in the center, discussing the match or the first half among themselves. They would like to understand how it all happened, because they crumbled like a deck of cards. In the end here, they go into half time down by 3-0. It makes life very, very difficult for them. The one hopes that they'll be able to find the answers during the pep talk. But of course, they are staying on the field of play. Is that in protest? Because they are supposed to run into the dressing room so that Celestino Benza can talk to them. This is the goal that came through. Chirinda beats his man, and again flicks it to his left, chips it over into the empty net. And of course Chirinda will go into half time, but we have to cross now down to the pitch side to Anashe Mrombezi and her technical team. It's over to you, Anashe.
Quite an electrifying atmosphere here at Baobab Stadium for Ngezi Platinum fans as their team are leading 3-0 courtesy of Obrio Chirinda's brace and Tinotenda Meki coming in to make it 3-0. And it seems like Herentals actually struggling in this match. And how has Ngezi Platinum's early lead impacted the game's tempo?
Yes, definitely. Ngezi Platinum took control of the game from the word go, and they managed to get an early goal and continued from there. And by the end of the first half, I think Herentals were more in disarray, to the extent that rather than going for a team talk, the coach is now going for a crisis meeting with the team.
And Chief Justice, your input?
Firstly, despite the goals, Ngezi have done so well. Okay, scoring 3 goals, but I think it's not that of a good game. There are a lot of mistakes in this game, especially from the match official. He missed a lot. And there are a lot of the ball incidents happening in front of even the linesman saw it twice, and also on the far side, the linesman in front of him and in front of the referee, which shows that they are failing to control the game. Yes, 3 goals. It's a good goals from Chirinda, but I'm not impressed with the text of the game. It's kind of more of a rugby game, They are kicking each other off the ball. So the referee himself should control this game and make sure he also protects the players.
Becky, Chief Justice pointed out in terms of officiating, it seems like there have been mistakes noted out and also poor officiating in this match.
Yes, definitely. The officiating is not at its best. There are some mistakes which we felt should have gone the other way, but unfortunately, at times he just let it loose as much as possible. What he just needs to do is to be on top of the situation and everything. I think at one time we even saw a scenario whereby the the linesman had to show that it's an offside, but he made another decision to say no, it's a free kick. But since he's the first man in total control and has authority, he's the one who just made that decision to say it's not an offside, it's going to be a free kick.
Chief Justice, I can hear you nodding and in agreement.
Yeah, I agree. It's sometimes we want the game to look a little bit of a beautiful one, but in this case, both ends, yeah, we understand that there's no any goal we can dispute, but the control of the game also starts with the match official. If you are missing such crucial tackles and missing such crucial incidents, it gives one team an advantage. It also doesn't give a good picture to the players. The players are now becoming more of an aggression to each other. It's more like it's not proper. We cannot. But okay, fine. Good first half for Ngezi, leading 3 goals, 2 great goals from Chirinda and Zo make it a good goal. And I think their plan is working. They started. They were coming in, being aggressive in midfield. Achiro is alone in midfield. Herentals are nowhere to be seen. Only 2 players maybe they want to play. The rest are not ready to play. If you see on the width, on the right side, maybe there is Tlakama. Tlakama is not doing well. So is Jim. They are not pushing forward. They are not giving anything to Herentals. So you find it difficult for the defense. There's too much load at the back for them. So Ngezi is capitalizing on that. It's only Hachiro in midfield. He controls everything. And they are going forward great crosses from Kadamin. And this is giving them an edge into this game.
And now, as it stands, can Herentals adjust their approach to come back rejuvenated? Is there a chance for them to come back in this match?
Yes, the body language of the coach for Herentals, I think, was not really looking good. He seems to have been stunned with the performance of this team and the performance of the Ngezi team, the way they have performed. And from that point of view, what it means is maybe second half when he comes, he needs to be making changes, 1 or 2 changes, to try to make sure that maybe he can have fresh legs and try to make sure maybe those can push the rest a bit, because definitely they seemed to be having problems in the first half where they seem not to be coordinating well, the defense, the midfield, and going up front. And I think for today, when you look in the first 45 minutes for Innocent Benza, I think it showed that as much as he is passionate to be playing, but today he doesn't have the pace. Every time when he wants to have the ball first to him, when the opponent comes, easily get the ball from him, and as a result, it ends up putting a lot of pressure on the other players.
And Chief Justice, what do you have to say on this one?
Yeah, I agree with Becky. They are short. In midfield going up front, they are too short, and they need to change some positions, because every time they have the ball, they never been into the attacking third with any decisive or any crucial attack. They never did that, so it means they are lacking a lot of proof in that going forward. Whereas it's opposite to Ngezi. When Ngezi is going up front, you see they've got 3, 4, 5 men up front. That's why they're getting more chances and these spaces. And I think Ngezi, if they utilize the chances, and sometimes they were getting 3 versus 2, they could be maybe 5 up. Whereas the goalkeeper for Ngezi has done nothing so far. No saves. There's no threat into the area. So they need to keep going as it is. I think Herentals are suffering at the moment. I don't see them coming back into this game. It's now a tall order for them.
And Becky, coming in, what specific tactics has Ngezi Platinum employed to nullify Herentals' threats?
Yes, definitely. Herentals, Ngezi Platinum, after scoring 3 goals in the first half, I think what he needs to do, maybe the first 15-20 minutes, try to push as much as they can and get 1 or 2 more goals, because they have got 2 strikers, Benura and Chirinda, who are among the top goal scorers. I think at this moment in time, Chirinda is now on 13. Two goals short of the leading top goal scorer. This could be an opportunity, especially when you have got a team which you show that their resistance is very limited. You try to get as many goals as you can.
And your sentiments on this one?
Yeah, if for strikers, Chirinda, he needs to continue, make more goals if you have chance. Also, I see Benura would also want to score in this one because he's also in the race. Maybe because we watched him sometime here, he scored 4 goals, and this is very important. These are the games. If you see a team is porous at the back, utilize and get more goals and just bury them. And it also increases the confidence of the players. You score many goals now. We've got the national team coming. Yeah, you get selected because the coaches and the selectors are watching. So it's important for every player now to show whether Herentals are playing good or they are not. But if you're an Ngezi player now, it's time for uplift yourself, and now you're gearing up even bit for the cup final.
And it looks like it's going to be action thriller in the second half. How will Herentals maybe improve the formation or maybe a player position to actually bounce back rejuvenated?
Okay, definitely, as I indicated, they need to make sure there is 1 or 2 new players who comes in, so that especially one in mid, 2 maybe in midfield, and try to make sure that they change 1 or 2 things, and even making a decision where they could easily pull out Innocent Benza, so that at least they can have another player who can add more energy and more pressure to the opponents.
Can Tino Benza or maybe the Jimu maybe bounce back and maybe set up for an equalizer?
With the text of the turf, it gives them also a disadvantage. Picking up and against the sun, it's a little bit hot, and if your body already is not ready, I don't see them coming back as they were supposed to be. Maybe they will try by all means looking for consolation, but it's quite difficult because they have got some shortfalls in different positions. Many positions they are weak, they are not going forward, and I don't know what is going to motivate them in this half. Whereas they are 3-0 down, maybe they will try by all means, unless they make proper changes and bring in fresh legs and players who are ready to play. But I'm watching, even the substitutes, they're all stuck at the corner. They're not doing anything. They're all stuck at the corner. So it shows what is it, into this game. Maybe they are ready, maybe they are not ready.
Now it's now up to the second half to see what will really come out. Will Herentals bounce back into the major to search for an equalizer or secure a point, or maybe Ngezi will maintain the lead? Over to you, Stanley.
Yes, indeed, and welcome back to the second half. It's Ngezi Platinum taking on Herentals, and as you may know by now, that Ngezi Platinum are leading by 3-0. Very impressive lead indeed, but sometimes the idea is that a team that is leading may start to become complacent and allow the opponents to come back and then create some issues. So some changes that will be taking place. There the score lines. The Platinum are leading Simba Bora by 1-0. If it ends like that, it will be, the first time that Simba Bora has lost a match at their lovely Wazanai Stadium. And Dombo is set to come on. And they are bringing in jersey number 23, which is Dombo. And then it's most likely Clement Govuz Mondi will also come through. Let's wait and see how the changes will pan out. And a quick look around. I don't see Innocent Benza, the striker. He's nowhere to be seen. And it looks like he's been substituted. But Dombo is coming on. Now they have got 3 players set to start the second 45 minutes. And we'll see the confirmations very soon. And that's Majarira, the striker. He has come off. I'm sure they're definitely looking for goals. But the big question is, can they get the goals that they need? especially given the fact that Ngezi Platinum are breathing fire brimstone. Will they allow them to score 3 times without a reply? Don't forget, Obreo Chirinda is on a hat-trick. And as we heard during the halftime pep talk with Nashem Robedzi, she was telling us that he is now 2 goals shy of the top goal scorer. This is a golden opportunity for him to catch up with the top goal scorer. And the Gobu joins the fray, just number 24. He comes on, and number 33 replacing jersey number 9. That's Innocent Benza comes off, and Milton Chimeza joins the fray. 3 players come on at halftime. A clear indication that Herentals would like to find their way back into the game here. And we are underway as we see Innocent Benza, the Honorable, sitting on the bench now. One of very few members of parliament playing active football anywhere in the world. That's history there for Zimbabwe. History for Innocent Benza himself, still playing, still fit at 52. Throw in, or free kick rather. Confirmation of the scoreline as we start the second 45. Long ball played to the far side. Guided backwards for Brighton Majarira. Inside the area, chance here, Dombo! Cleared away. Oh, that was a desperate situation created almost immediately after kickoff, Becky. Looks like Herentals want to find their way back.
Yes, they want to show that they are not really finished off as such. They want to make sure that they come back into this game. I think it's really good for football because that will raise Ngezi Platinum's game as they will realize that these guys are really meaning business.
Yes, they mean business. Another ball headed over, and it's going to be another corner for Herentals, who would like to make an immediate impression in the second half here. Ngezi Platinum will have to guard this one very carefully. They lead 3 goals to 0. Long ball inside the area. Ball headed down by Dombo, but it's cleared away. Kadramin, the idea to find his teammate was right. Good marking job there. And in the end, the player is hacked down. Chamboko Talent is up and about and can continue. It's actually just number 24. That's Hatuagoni Malvin. It's fighting in the middle of the park. Malvin Hatuagoni. Chiguida. Cleared away by Majarira. Comes into the center as they fight for an aerial ball. Neatly brought down. Herentals in a hurry to try and put something on the scoreboard, which is not good reading for these fans here when they look at it. Oh, it's actually the Ngezi Platinum fans. They are in the majority, of course. I'd seen a bit of pink, and anybody can put on pink. Hachiro. Dombo along the ground, but takes it away. Anywhere goes for Hachiro. Throw in to Herentals. The goalkeeper for a moment was calling for it. And in the end, it's played through. Here it comes now. As they play through, this is now looking promising for Herentals. The cross comes in into the near post. It goes out. Out of play. But certainly the changes that Herentals have made being confirmed there clearly show that, look, they've decided to go at Ngezi Platinum. But the big question is, will they get the goals that they are looking for?
That's the big question. I think the first 15 minutes are really going to be very, very important for Ngezi, because if they try as much as they can and fail to get any goal in the first 15 minutes, that might become a bit difficult for them. But for Ngezi Platinum, I think they need to also make sure that they attack as much as they can.
Yes, and Chirinda, thwarted by Dombo, is managing to clear. Piri takes it away, and the Chiguida finishes it off into touch for a throw in, quickly taken. They pick it up once again this time around. Herentals desperate to do something meaningful, but in the end, it's being played to the captain, who loses possession. They go forward once more. Herentals, ball played square. Meke score of that fantastic goal in the first 45 minutes. Meke still going forward, skipping past one man, and in the end, I think he got a shove in the groin. And in the end, he's down injured. Chirinda still fighting for the ball, but Herentals are more clinical in defense, and in the end, Tino Benza couldn't keep the ball in play. It's out for a throw in. And finally, the injured player, Meke, is back on the field of play. Hachiro will have to find his goalkeeper, Nelson Chajga, who retains the favor. This one clipped through way over the halfway line. Drops once, and the danger here. But that was a blatant push. And the ref is absolutely right to award a free kick.
Yes, the ref is very right to award a free kick. That was a poor marking from Benora.
Herentals once again playing the ball through, but Chiguida is everywhere. This one will be a throw in to Ngezi Platinum. In the background you can hear the drums are still beating. The away fans are in full voice. Benza will play it through. Here comes a chance now. And this one goes out of play. That will be a goal kick. For a moment I thought that it's a deflection, but the ref says no. That was a straight shot. And now even the Ngezi Platinum ball boys have decided to stop work. Because now Nelson Chajga is having to go all the way behind his goal line to retrieve the match ball. Look at that.
That's lack of fair play. Fair play should allows that. Well, if you start with 5 balls, all the 5 balls needs to be as active as they can throughout the game. But in our scenario, these are some of the, I think, the weaknesses which our teams have. After having scored 3 goals, that means your fans are enjoying seeing those goals. Why not go on and try to score more, so that at least your fans will always remember the game?
Look, these days teams play to win, and you and me, being Liverpool supporters, do know what happened when we played that night. The young who was actually a ball boy who threw the ball to Trent Alexander-Arnold, and we all know what happened. He took a corner kick very quickly onto Origi, and they scored. That's what the young man was thinking about. He wants this match to end now. But now the ball goes on the far side. Good run by Benura. He turns one way, lays it back, and oh dear. He tried a measured effort, Chamboko, but he skied his effort. And now it comes to the substitute, Dombo, who looked very bright indeed since coming on. Gets the return pass, plays another good-looking ball on the far side. It's headed away. And first to arrive will be Jim, who picks it up for Herentals. Now he turns around, trying to clip it through. He plays it backwards. Chota, Piri, Benza, Dombo on the near side, tightly monitored. For a moment I thought Chirinda would take it, but here is Quadramin. Turns away. Lovely football being played by the veteran here, who is defying age. He continues to impress, and is having being pulled there by a much younger opponent. Kadramin giving them a good run for their money, and he gets a yellow card for his troubles, Becky.
Yes, that's a yellow card. Yes, definitely. Kadamini showing a lot of energy. You can't really believe he's one of the senior players. He wants to make sure that they go up, they get the goals as much as they can.
Yes, indeed, and some changes on the Herentals bench at the moment, still out of your picture. But of course, we can confirm that Gobu was given a yellow card. That's confirmation of that yellow, Clemens Gobu. And soon the substitutions will come as well. Play continues. And Chirinda was trying to bulldoze his way, but it's now cleared away. And the goalkeeper, Chajga, is the first to arrive. And he goes down. It looks like this time around Marcelelo and Chajga kicks the ball into touch and indicates to the referee that he has been injured. And immediately the bench or the medics are being called, and Marcelelo is set to come on for Tanaka Zakama. Herentals still desperately trying to claw their way back into this game here. And it's the same question. How will this substitution affect the game?
Obviously, for Ngezi, they're trying to put more energy, more urgency, especially in the first 10 minutes of the first half. They seem to be in total control. So in that way, you try to make sure that you push and try to get at least a goal and make sure that the game can continue and try to probe as much as they can.
Yes, indeed, and Chajga is still lying injured, and it looks like a triple substitution is about to come on. Let's see who it is. After these substitutions have been made, Tekshua Chiragwi will soon be making some changes. Munemo comes on. Nimukumba is about to come on as well. And the confirmation of the scoreline there, 3-0. We've played nearly an hour. Another substitution calls up. In comes just number 7 for Ngezi Platinum. Number 7, Mukumba Marvelous, comes on, replacing Chamboko, who is now walking towards the near touchline. As we see the substitutions are being made there. Even the captain, Kadramin, the playmaker, is coming off. He's done a fantastic job. I must say that, he's getting better with age. That's Kadramin.
Kadramin has done very well. I think he has been playing very well. You can't really say he's one of the oldest players for the team.
Here comes danger, the cross comes in, but stopped by Brighton. Majarira to the wrong man. Madanaga easily losing the ball. And in the end, this will be a free kick. They couldn't take it because of Ngezi Platinum player who was in the way. Finally, Majarira blasts a long one away. The push on a Herentals player, the substitute who came on in the early stages of the game. Milton Chimeza was brought down. And the fourth match official just consulting his center referee, Fungai Rastatenda Bekerwa. He's the man who is the fourth match official. And that card being shown to Meke. being shown a yellow card. And he scored a spectacular goal from outside the box. And I'm told that the reason for that yellow card is because he took his time in leaving the field of play, thereby holding up, the match. And the referee has given him a yellow card.
Yes, definitely. After having been substituted at times, you just need to make sure that you get as early as possible.
Yes, confirmation of that yellow card for Tino Meke. Despite scoring that spectacular goal, he also sits on the bench with a yellow card. And that's the Ngezi Platinum technical bench. A familiar face there of Clifton Kadurira, who is now the development manager. He's been with Ngezi Platinum now at the longest. I mean, all these other men are newcomers.
Yes, there is Kadurira. He's the second assistant, is development coach and second assistant coach, with Muteoku Ziwa being the first assistant coach, and Muteoku Ziwa is the one who came from the Herentals to join Ngezi.
Yes, indeed. Let's wait and see how this treatment goes, and confirmation of the substitutions. Tanaka Mnemo in for Kadamin. Marvin Gaki comes on for Meketi Notenda. Marvelous Mukumba for Talent Chamboko. 3 changes by Ngezi Platinum. And play still being held up here at Baobab Stadium. Ngezi Platinum leading by 3 goals to 0. And I'm sure if it's not a head injury, they should actually ferry the concerned player off the field of play so that treatment can continue off the field of play. This is Meke, who has shown the yellow card. And the confirmation of the goal scorers. Chirinda with 2 goals, and Tinotenda Meke scoring in the 37th minute. But what a fantastic goal. Even Chirinda's goal showed that he has the presence of mind. And this is what is happening on the other side of the field. If you look through the trees, there's a match going on there.
Yes, there's a match going on. While we are having the main match, there are pushers maybe who are playing just outside the field, outside the stadium.
Yes, indeed. And Ngezi would like to make a change. I'm sure it's in response to that particular injury. Moyo comes on. And the injured player is Atua Goni Malvin. Oh, he's got a head injury. And they are bringing in Polite Moyo, who comes on, and he's a right-sided centre back. Looks like it's a like for like, but Malvin was drifting into midfield from time to time. Maybe it just shows us that Polite Moyo is a very versatile player. He can also play in midfield, Becky.
Yes, I think Polite Moyo can play in that position without any problems. I think why it took time, because they had to bandage him. They knew that they had to bandage him, so that's why it took time, and the ref had to allow them to do that.
Yes, indeed, the confirmation of that substitution. Polite Moyo for Marvin Atuagoni through injury. And we hope that that injury will heal soon, because Atuagoni was a very, very important player for Ngezi Platinum. But now we've got a free kick coming. Tino Benza behind it, and it looks like he will be taking it. There are 3 players behind it. I'm backing Tino Benza to take it. Takes it well, but the wall has done its job. In the end, it's played backwards. Tumpuma. Dombo with a good-looking cross, and this one overcooked. It goes behind for a goal kick. But since coming on, Dombo has been causing lots of anxious moments to his opponents.
Yes, I think the substitutions which have been brought in by Herentals had added some bit of energy and some bit of purpose, and really that hunger to try to fight as much as they can, which they are really doing.
Indeed, indeed. Let's hope that he will be rewarded if he continues to probe at the opponents. He goes up for a high ball, another good-looking clearance from Herentals. This is taken away. And of course, Herentals looking very comfortable. Tino Benza to the wrong man. Picked up on the far side. And possession lost once again. Madanaga fighting for it. It's cleared away. Comes into the center. Hachiro wide on the far side. Moyo. Majarira stops him. Plays it to the near side here and is too far ahead of the intended target, Chota. And that is Dombo. And it goes out of play for a throw in. And Polite Moyo taking all his time. Looks like he's playing on the right side of defense. Takes a long throw. Dombo heads it. Achiro bitten to it by his opposite number. Long ball played on the far side. It's a chase for the loose ball and it goes out of play for a throw in. Yeah, that was a valiant effort by Ali Maslelo. Unfortunately, these fans here expected to see a cross. It didn't come along. Here's another ball, poor control. Clearance by Madanaga. Here's a chance now. And here's a chance for Ngezi Platinum now. The goalkeeper does well. Collects it. The long ball forward. Tino Benza has got a header. But this time around it will be picked up on the far side by Madake. Gareth finds Madanaga. Still in the center. Ball played through. Flicked forward. And in the end it's cleared away by Majarira. It's a ding-dong affair now. Madanaga. Chiguida. Madanaga. Long clearance. Comes in the center. Piri does well to win it. That's easy clearance there by Herentals. Ball has been won. Danger here. Chirinda. And the sliding tackle inside the area. The cross comes in. And the goalkeeper was very lucky. It was a feeble effort. And Tino Benza can now pick it up. Loses it. Herentals. Well, there's a lot of effort on their part. But I think they need to introduce a bit of sophistication as they come through. Mpuma trying a shot from afar but fails. This one goes out of play. This will be a throw in to, as we'll take a look there. I don't think he got the sort of contact that he would have wanted.
It just needed some bit of power.
Yeah, a bit of power that would have gone through.
Yes.
Dombo bringing down an opponent, and that will be a throw in. Oh my goodness, we do have them here. The moms watching from a vantage point of view. Do they know that we are watching? I'm sure they've realized. They can see the camera.
Yes.
You will be very popular this evening. It's good to see that even the elders are enjoying football as well.
Yes, Ngezi Platinum is a community team here in Mondoro. Maybe they came from just the village to say, let's go and watch the game.
Oh, yes, indeed. This ball played. The return pass comes through. Chirinda with the flick. The cross doesn't get very far. And it's picked up by Mpuma. The clearance is long. It comes up to Polite Moyo. Brings it down intelligently. An early cross doesn't get to anybody. Chirinda once again. And in the end, it falls kindly for the former Highlanders player Chirinda. Here it comes. They're trying to work their way through. Way offside. And the referee blows for a free kick. Quickly taken by Chikosi. And then it's headed away on the far side. Madanaga, good control. Across, but again, it's picked up. Dombo is fighting for possession. Dombo. And out of play for another throw. Well, it's not only the ladies who are watching here for free. We have them here as well. The men are watching. Senior citizens. And the shot is blocked. Sliding tackle wins it. That was a timely effort by Joseph Chatawira, who came in with that sliding tackle to win it for Herentals. But the throw is going to Ngezi Platinum to be taken by Polite Moyo. Moyo picks up the ball but then finds nobody. It's out of play. The intention was to find Tanaka Munemo. Madanaga done a good job in the middle of the park. Madanaga. This is a good looking chance. Chigueda does well to find his goalkeeper, who immediately clears the danger. Out of play for a throw in. That will be taken from the far side. Piri receives it, and these fans looking very disinterested, possibly backing the losing team. 3-0 down. We are into the 74th minute. Doesn't look good for the team that is chasing the game here at Baobab Stadium. Another contingent of fans on the far side. And the drums are beating. They are enjoying every minute of it. The football and the music. And then I hear we'll soon be having movements on the bench as the long ball is played through. And this one swept out of play on the far side. Ngezi Platinum defending desperately as Herentals are looking for the first goal here to see if they can work their way back to parity. Can they do it? That's the big question.
Yes. For Herentals, they are really trying their best as much as they can to try to make sure that at least they get something out of this game. They are really pushing as much as they can. You can't really believe that 3 down. They seem to be a team who are trying to be saying we can score 1 or 2 more goals. So they are working as much as they can. But so far, Ngezi have defended very well.
Yes, indeed. Herentals have shown that, they would like to get something out of this encounter. Good looking center, headed away once more. That was a good header from Madake Gareth. And some movement there. Tigere. Eva Tigere is set to come on. And this one is skied over the bar, no problems for Nelson Chajga. Herentals, of course, would like to throw as many strikers as possible. And looks like they'll bring in jersey number 75, Grey Kufandada. And he's taking out Blessing Piri. Piri is off. And Kufandada, a striker, comes on. trying to the midfield player who is more into attacking. Confirmation of the substitution. Greg Fandada taking the place of Blessing Piri. Attack by get goals here.
Yes, definitely they want to get the goals. They brought in Greg Kufakundada, which is a sign that they want to be getting those goals, and we know that when he was at Harare City, he used to bang them easily. So they still hope he can do the same. And for Ngezi themselves, they have also brought in Neva Tigere, which is a sign that the coach wants to see more goals being scored.
Yes, indeed, and a brilliant pass played through for Ngezi Platinum. Never to get it, drift into the area, but this one is taken away from him. What a brilliant tackle played there by Ngezi Platinum. The return pass looks good. Drift into enemy zone. Plays it through now as they try to attack. Can they get something? The goalkeeper misses it, and the Tino Benza is content to leave the ball going out for a corner kick. That was a chance for Neva Tigere to introduce himself to the game here, but it wasn't to be. Here comes the corner, poorly taken. A good clearance there from Madake. And the juniors are equally happy. Their team is winning. The music is playing. The drums are beating. That's a carnival atmosphere here at Ngezi. Mupuma with a long effort inside the area. But Chiguida is the first to arrive. Clears the danger. The dribbling wizard lays it through. Chirinda marginally offside, but he's a little striker. He's looking for his hat trick, but unfortunately caught offside.
Yes, caught offside. Chirinda is a literal striker. That's the Chirinda we knew last year when he was at Blue Air Chiefs. He could score them without any problems, and everyone. We know that Dynamos were after him, and Ngezi Platinum ended up getting him. But he's one striker we know he can finish, and I think today he has been trying to make sure he can work so that he can get a hat trick, because he is already on a brace.
Yes, indeed, he's a lethal striker. Madanaga rather, and he's taken away there by Mpuma. Madanaga, Hachiro flicks it through onto the far side, marginally offside. But Ngezi Platinum are shifting the ball with a lot of purpose from left to right, down the center. They look dangerous. Another trio enjoying themselves here at the Baobab Stadium. Tussle for possession. Hachiro plays it through. There. Chirinda was ghosting from behind. Polite boy in attendance is Tino Benza. Dombo to Tino Benza, turns away from his marker. Picked up by Herentals. We're coming through now with Munemo to Tigere. And he had no choice, Brighton Majarira, but to concede a corner. That one was very dangerous.
That was good defending from the Herentals defender, because there was just someone was rising from behind him. So he quickly realized that there was danger behind him and took the ball away for a corner kick.
We wait
so
for
that we can easily regroup.
Yeah, we wait for the corner to come, and let's see how they will execute this one. Takodra Chikosi has already conceded 3 goals, 2 from Obriel Chirinda and 1 from Meke. A thunderous shot from outside the box to make it 2-0. Then Chirinda lobbing over the advancing goalkeeper to make it 3-0. Here it comes in the center, headed back out of play. Another corner kick. It's played short. Drifted into the area, brought down tightly. monitored. He gets a chance. The cross will come through. Can they make it through? It's taken too long. Chirinda! He was tightly monitored. And these fans cannot believe it. They were looking for a fourth goal, but it wasn't to be, Becky.
Yes, it wasn't to be. I think Chirinda didn't really catch it properly. He didn't really hit it properly, and it ended up going out. And that was really a chance for Ngezi to score the goal.
Yes, that was a golden opportunity for them to get a goal, to make it 4. Matanaga does well to find support on the far side. They're spreading the passes so well to get it. Still fighting for possession, but taken away by Majarira. Brighton. Hachiro. Back to Majarira. And it's picked up on the far side. And the last we heard from other centers is that Sikanin are still leading Piketa Minerals by 1-0, and Simba Bora still down by 1-0. Here it's 3-0. Ngezi Platinum firmly in the lead. But I must say the second half has been different kettle of fish altogether, because they come back in the game. But it looks like it was played. We played 82 minutes. 8 minutes to go, plus stoppage time, of course. Here they come once again. Under the Gray, long ball in the area. Chajga collects. No problem for the young goalkeeper. No colors. Even these youngsters do know that Nelson Chajga is a brilliant goalkeeper. And out of his area. Herentals now. Taken away from him. Ball played to the far side. To get it, wanted to go for it, then decided against it. And the ball played through. It's a lovely effort. This is that was brilliant. Joseph Chitava saving the day.
Yes, but I think the young man Munemo was a bit slow in crossing that ball, and the coach is just mad with him to say you should have crossed as early as possible.
An early cross is always better. Always better. And long throw forward. They pick it up now. This is Palat Moyo. Moyo's long clearance stays in play. Ngezi Platinum bringing in an early cross and then awkward bounce. He went for the spectacular Chirinda, but then taken away. And this one played to the far side. Gray. Kufandada. And this one drifts out of play. Rather unfortunate. They're enjoying themselves, don't they? They would hope that every day will be like this. Just over 5 minutes to go before the end of the match here. Ngezi Platinum playing the ball into touch. Another throw to Herentals, who are still down by 3-0. Commotion inside the area, and it's out for a goal kick. Polite Moy just going across to make sure his opposite number is all right. As you see some more fans enjoying themselves here at the Baobab Stadium. They are way to our right. Like they are watching from the Mbare end at Rufaro, all the swimming pool end at Baba Fields, but these ones are enjoying themselves across the field, the Vietnam end or the Soweto end at Baba Fields. That pass fails for Ngezi Platinum to get it. Wanted to play through. Kupandada with a loose touch. Ball played through. Chiguida does well, but interception again. And the Chiguida successfully goes for it. Long pass, good control as they come through. Ngezi Platinum, another long searching pass. This one overcooked, and it goes out of play. And some of these fans find it funny. Tino Benza can't fasten onto that pass. Polite Moyo. Hachiro. It's guided back to Nelson Chachga, the goalkeeper. As the ball is partially headed away, Puma. He's been fighting and fighting. This is a real battle in the middle of the park. It's taken by Chachga. Who is waving upfield, trying to tell his players where to be before he can clip the ball downfield. Long searching one. It's picked up by Herentals. Puma. He's worked so hard in the middle of the park. Ball played through. Polite Moyo heads it away. This, for a moment, I thought it would be a corner, but cleared away emphatically. And it goes out of play for a throw-in quickly taken. Herentals fighting and fighting with Peter Choto. Dombo. Polite Moyo stands firm. Picked up by Hachiro. Polite can't fasten onto this pass. Madanaga clears the mess. But Mupuma still fighting for possession. Dombo on the near side brings in a good looking cross into the center. And the Chiguida will work his way out of trouble. Madanaga easily dispossessed. Here they come once again. A full-blooded effort, but unfortunately it was off target.
Yes, they are trying their best, but things are not really working, especially in third half, for them to be saying they have the control, they have to look at the goal and try to shoot as much as they can. That's not really coming up. But I think one thing I have liked, the effort, the enthusiasm and the fighting from Herentals after a 3-0 trapping in the first half. They've tried to come back and try to control the game to the extent that we can say, to the extent that at this moment in time, they seem to be in 50-50 with Ngezi, which was not happening in the first half.
And this one now taken away by Tino Benza. Chiguida clears. Ngezi Platinum who pick it up now. This is the Herentals. Chested down, but nobody home for them. This one neatly taken up. Mupuma. Oh, he's covered nearly every part of the pitch this afternoon. Nelson Chachga has proved to be quite a safe pair of hands. And he goes down as he made that save. He will definitely use as much time as possible for as long as it's within his rights. But he decides to go early with the long effort. And the danger here! And the fourth goal! Tanaka Mnemo makes it 4 for Ngezi Platinum. A long ball from the goalkeeper Nelson Chachga. To my surprise, Texua is not happy still at 4-0.
Yes.
These ladies are also surprised.
Yes, they are really surprised. And the coach is not happy. I'm sure there was something which he wanted from the midfield, which it didn't happen. And that couldn't take his frustration with the goal which has been scored.
Yeah, Chiragui is like Pep Guardiola. I remember his striker, that's Erling Haaland, just scored a hat-trick. But soon after the match, he went straight at him and took him, to the cleaners. I don't know what it was for, but this man is still looking cool. He knows that it was a bad day of the office. It happens sometimes. You have to live with it, don't you?
Yes, I'm sure this is one of their heaviest defeats this season, because they have been playing very well, but today things are not going well, and you could see the whole technical team shows that they are really frustrated and surprised.
Nelson Chajga provided the assist into the 91st minute, and you can see the Honorable there seated on the bench, wishing what could have been. Chirinda offside. And the Chirinda goes down, and in this day where we don't have VAR, a lot can happen.
Goalkeeper.
Players can get away with it.
Goalkeeper is going again.
It's becoming nasty. 6 minutes of stoppage time, Becky.
Yes, I think with the injury which happened, especially that head injury where there was bandaging, I'm not being surprised. But that nasty action which happened there, I'm sure it's not really looking good.
Yes, let's have a look at this. He missed the ball, and Chirinda firing back. That was dangerous. The goalkeeper came all the way from there, and Chirinda goes down after an injury was inflicted on him. And somebody stepped on his head.
Takuzo.
Yeah.
They say these goalkeepers at times, they go crazy in a field, and that's exactly what the goalkeeper has done. He's
Surely
just crazy. You can't be doing that. It's not surprising if he gets a red card.
this is criminal. Herentals are certainly losing the plot here. These fans are equally bemused by what they are seeing here. How can this be happening? It was a good match all along. It was a very good match all along, but well, it all depends on which side of the fence you are. If you are neutral like me or like these ladies, you'll have appreciated that the game was going on very well. But Chirinda is being ferried off the field of play. He tried to turn,
And the Chirinda gets a yellow card.
he actually struck at a Herentals player, and the goalkeeper came off and they stepped on him, and that could have been an injury ending tackle from the goalkeeper Chikosi. Very lucky to get away with it. I think look, I know everyone is saying that it's very expensive to have VAR, but we're beginning to see that it's very important for us to have that technology so that referees can do something, or they can actually go back to review decisions. And I'm sure this lady agrees with me. And I know that she was enjoying the antics of goalkeeper Nelson Chajga, who took some time to do some juggling. Another effort will come from Tigere, but taken away from him. Here it comes, Chirinda. Plays it on the far side, massive clearance there by Chitavira, Joseph. And it's picked up in the middle of the park. Richard Hachiro. Lovely ball on the far side, but it took too long to control it. It will be a free kick. He was taken down. And the decision is against him. How can that be? Can you explain?
It's really difficult to explain that. I thought he is the one who had been fouled, but the ref was very close by, and he saw what exactly happened. And even the reaction of the player himself shows that he saw that I think there's something he did wrong, because he didn't react in a negative way.
Yes, indeed, as Nelson Chachka saves the situation. And here he is now bouncing the ball a couple of times. We have played 6 minutes already. And ball is picked up by Herentals. Chachka. And these ladies everybody enjoying themselves. The referee still continues with this game here, despite the fact that we've already played 6 minutes. And I think it's because he's now taking into account the stoppages that resulted when Chirinda was fouled. Here he is as he plays the ball through. Good interception. And now they come once again. A chip inside the area, Chirinda. I think he should have done better going with his head on that occasion.
Yes, he could have done far much better if he had headed that ball, but unfortunately he didn't do that.
Yes, Dombo. Long ball into the area. Chachka showing superiority in the air, but he landed awkwardly. There will be another stoppage, and these Herentals, the Herentals bench, I'm sure, is now feeling that let's see this match over, because it's not looking good for them. Referee stands over the injured goalkeeper, just checking on him if he can continue. But finally, he helps him to his feet. I'm sure he's going to end the match now. He's done enough justice. 8 minutes played, just to make sure 6 minutes has been played. It's like we are playing basketball, Becky, aren't we?
8 minutes played. Over 6 minutes.
And the referee blows to restart. The long effort. Majarira heads clear. Again, Ngezi will pick it up with Tigere. Ball played through. Chirinda fighting for it, but he cannot get past his marker. And ball played wide on the far side. As he goes forward. Here comes the chance now with Mpuma. It's a long cross inside the area, and Chachka makes a brilliant save. Corner kick.
What a save by Chachka.
Brilliant save.
Yes. I think it's good for him, because these clean sheets will help him for the soccer star of the year. Because clean sheets are also, they count a lot for goalkeepers.
Now the corner will come from Tinotenda Benza. We've played 9.5 minutes of the 6 minutes of added time. Another cross, good looking one. Tigere clears. Ngezi Platinum defending this one, but the referee has blown to end this encounter. Edward Mcharambe, assisted by Kuda Chirairo and Tanatko Masawi. Fourth match official Tatenda Bekerwa, and Fungai Zata is the match commissioner. And there is the confirmation of the final score. Ngezi Platinum 4 and Herentals 0. Obreo Chirinda with 2 goals, Meketino Tenda with 1, and Tanaka Mnemo with another in the 90th minute. Becky, your thoughts about the entire match, rather?
Yes, I think for Ngezi Platinum, this could be one of their best games they've played here at home, where they've managed to score 4 goals. I know against Awangezi they scored 6, but after that game, goals have not been coming, and I think scoring goals is really good for Ngezi Platinum, and they've done extremely well. And as for Herentals, they want to quickly forget about this game. I think this is their heaviest defeat they have had this season.
Yes, and a very heavy defeat for Herentals on the road, and of course a good victory for Ngezi Platinum at home, which certainly is a good sign that the team is improving and preparing for the following season, because this season is as good as over, because Simba Bora have already won the league championship, and there's nothing to fight for the teams that are at the top. But of course the relegation battle continues. The relegation battle continues, and we will soon be going down to the touchline to talk to Anashe Murombezi, who has got Celestino Benza next to her. Down to you, Anashe.
Smiles all the way here at the Baobab Stadium as Madamburo and Ngezi Platinum Stars cruise to a 4-0 victory over Herentals, and they have leapfrogged Manika Diamonds as they are now on 51 points on 4th position. And now I'm now joined by Celestino Benza, who is the Herentals coach. Coach, quite a disappointing result. What went wrong?
Yeah, no, it was a series of mistakes, and hopefully we're going to rise into the next game, because we gave away the game. It wasn't because Ngezi were good, but it was because we were making mistakes in the defense, and we were punished because of that.
And we have seen you not conceding more than 4 goals.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that it was more for us making those mistakes, giving these people room to shoot, and not marking people. So at the end of the day, you get punished if you don't mark.
And what does this result mean to your top 4 finish aspirations?
Yeah, we play one game at a time, and we've played today's game, and we're going to go back and play the chicken in game at home, and hopefully we're going to rise and finish in the top 4.
Right, all the best, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was Herentals coach Celestino Benza, and now I'm now joined by the winning coach Tekshua Chiragwi. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
And what does this result mean? And now you're now in the top 4, and you have said earlier that this were part of your preparations and your aspirations to maybe have a comfortable position in the log.
Yeah, very true. Like I said, we prepared very well, and knowing the opponents that we are playing, it also gives us a very good advantage in terms of preparations. And like I said, I think the boys executed very well in terms of the instruction, and also how we're supposed to take on the game, and they did extremely very well. You know, even the substitutions, we made the substitutions, they did very well. That's exactly what you want. Playing at home, it has been long not getting more goals, not scoring more goals, but today we have managed, because we are still working on that until the season end. And like I said, it's important as former champions to make sure you end up on a respectable position.
And as former champions, and now that you're now shifting focus to maybe go for an unfinished business with Dynamos in the Chibuku Super Cup final.
Yeah, but what we can do is to take every game as it comes. We are playing league games. We have to make sure we concentrate. Then we finish off with the Chibuku Super Cup. Hopefully, we are praying to make sure this time we can also manage to grab it. But football is football. You really need to work very hard to make sure you get what you want in football.
Thank you so much, Coach. All the best. All right, that was Ngezi Platinum Stars coach Tekshua Chiragwi. And now we are done for today. Ngezi are cruising to a 4-0 victory over Herentals here at Baobab Stadium. As from me, Anashe Murombezi, and the entire crew behind the scenes, please stay tuned to ZBC TV.
The second coming of Christ, I program yakanangana nekudzoka kwa Jesu Kristu. Idi, Jesus is coming again. Asimukati me Bible. Zvinoita sekunge paachauya tinenge tisiri kumachechi, tine tiri kudzimba, kumabasa, kuminda nekumwe kwakadaro. Muprogramu inoyi ndina mukoma Gift Roads. Tati timboteera kudzimba.